in the silence of deep space, beyond the reach of ordinary telescopes, and far past the luminous arms of our Milky Way, there exists a cluster of ancient stars giants, so vast that they defy human comprehension. This is the story of one man's mission to find them, a journey through time, memory, and the very boundaries of science. Dr. Elias Trent had always been obsessed with size, not the kind measured by rulers or equations, but scale on a cosmic level. As a child, he memorized the names of the planets, then of the stars, then of These devices could peer past dust clouds and galactic interference, uncovering objects once deemed invisible. When Elias joined the program, his mission was clear: locate, document, and study the 3 largest known stars. Pause and ask yourself, what if the largest stars aren't just facts in a book, but pieces of a puzzle we were meant to find? But nothing fascinated him more than the idea that somewhere out there, hidden in the dark folds of the cosmos, were stars so colossal they could swallow our solar system whole. It wasn't in the catalogue a coincidence, or was VY Canis Majoris hiding a companion? He believed these massive stars might hold something more, perhaps remnants of previous universes, or echoes of forgotten cosmic events. His obsession wasn't just academic. He had lost someone in the stars, or so he believed. Elias submitted the anomaly to the research team but received silence in return. Join the search. Almost ... rhythmic. He enhanced the audio translation of the star's light variations. The sound it produced resembled a human breath. Slow, vast, deliberate. As he studied the data, he spoke aloud, half to himself, half to the void. Are you one of the originals? They called it Hyperion's Echo, located in the far reaches of the Carina Sagittarius arm. It was theorized to be over 2,000 times larger than our Sun, but its position had never been confirmed. They're shutting your feed down. Headquarters says you're chasing shadows. Come home. From orbit, its outline filled half the view from the ship's main window, because in the static of the gravitational wave monitors, he heard something he couldn't explain, a frequency that matched his own brainwave pattern perfectly. It wasn't possible. The view was empty, no visible star, no radiation, not even cosmic dust, but gravitational sensors reported an object of unimaginable mass. Alone, he prepared for the silence of deep cruise. It wasn't just a start, it was a furnace of time, a burning history of hydrogen, helium, and atomic fusion stretched over millions of years. It was what some might call a failed galaxy, a star with the mass of thousands of suns, caught in a phase of collapse and rebirth. Stay tuned. By the year 2157, the Cosmic Mapping Initiative had unlocked access to deep space observatories equipped with quantum gravitational lenses. But it wasn't just about science anymore. Elias had a private theory, one that others mocked behind his back. The first star, known in databases as VY Canis Majoris, was already infamous. Nearly 1,500 times the size of our Sun, it blazed at the edge of a dying molecular cloud. The observatory feed showed its light pulsing like a heartbeat. But the data feed was active. The star wasn't just emitting radiation, it was emitting memory. And then a voice came through, not synthetic, not human, but familiar, the one who vanished years ago during a research expedition near a pulsar cluster. Her ship was lost, her body never recovered. The colors were unreal scarlet flares, and shimmering gold arcs twisted through solar winds the size of orbits. The star was Elias had 2 choices: leave now, or stay and witness something no human had ever seen. His parents' laughter, a campfire under Earth's sky, a chalkboard with equations he hadn't written yet. Elias remembered his father's voice, telling him bedtime stories about giant stars that birthed galaxies. Comment below, we read every response, and your thoughts shape our next explorations. If this was his final hour, he would make it count. A new alert pinged on the console. A nearby objector, faint X-ray pulse, undetected in previous scans. If you've ever wondered what secrets stars might keep, stay with us, because this mystery is only just unfolding. Data analysis showed a compact object near VY Canis Majoris, possibly a collapsed core or a binary remnant, but the readings were erratic. Every 19 hours, the signal would vanish. Determined to dig deeper, he diverted course toward the second star on the list, Scuti. No consensus was ever reached on what Hyperion's Echo truly was. Some claimed it was a sentient star, others believed it was a rift in space. But Elias, when asked, always gave the same answer. Positioned in the constellation Scutum, this red supergiant was even larger, around 1,700 times the Sun's radius. While studying its oscillation patterns, Elias noticed a strange modulation in the light curve, something non-random. He played it again. "You're alive in your own way," he whispered. If you're enjoying the journey so far, consider supporting Skybound Minds by liking the video. It helps us reach more curious explorers like you. The third and final target was not officially on the mission list. It was rumored passed between data technicians and astrophysicists like a myth. Elias, driven by instinct more than protocol, plotted a trajectory based on gravitational lensing anomalies. It would take 41 days to reach the suspected coordinates. On the 15th day, a personal message arrived, an old colleague, but he didn't turn around. Or maybe it was. The next segment of this journey is where the line between science and something stranger begins to blur. Upon arrival at the projected site, the scanners went dark. He activated deep infrared imaging. There it was. Not one star, but a cluster of them, orbiting a central behemoth. It wasn't just a This wasn't just Hyperion's echo. It was something older, maybe primordial. As Elias approached within observation range, his vessel's AI began to malfunction. Systems flickered. "Welcome back, Elias." He froze. That voice, it sounded like his sister. Impossible. Could Hyperion's echo somehow capture and reflect the consciousness of those who passed near its field? Or was he losing his mind? What would you do if the universe whispered your past back to you? Elias began to experience visual anomalies, brief flashes of other times, other places. Was this a side effect of proximity to high gravitational flux? Or was this star ... interacting with his mind? He began a diagnostic recording. This star or cluster is broadcasting not in radiation, but in ... information, memory, identity. As he transmitted the logs back to base, the ship's sensors indicated a dramatic energy spike. He chose to stay. If this were you, what choice would you make? The ship's containment fields began to collapse. He initiated emergency shields, locked the telemetry, and began live broadcasting all systems. But then, silence. He awoke, somehow, still alive, but the star ... was gone. In its place was a nebula of soft gold and violet, and in its center, a single object, a black sphere. A message appeared on the screen. One word. Remember? Elias returned home. The feeds were studied by physicists for decades. It was a question, and maybe, one day, we'll understand it. Before you leave, don't forget to subscribe. Every week, we share stories that challenge the edges of science and imagination. Stay curious.